What's going on, guys? Here for another week of patch notes in Duelyst. This is 0.0.16. I've got my lovely guest Fork with me as always.
Oh, you call me lovely.
Yeah, we gotta mix it up. We're gonna shoot through this really quick this week. We got a time crunch here.
On a bit of a time crunch, yeah. But
So-
we're gonna talk through the highlights and yeah.
Yeah, we'll go through them quick. So first there was a big card wipe. You got gold for every pack you've opened before and all the gold you kept. So just new cards.
Yep, you lost all your packs. You lost all your crafting stuff, including cards that you crafted. They changed up what cards are basic.
Yep.
So you got all your basic cards back, and you got money back for any booster pack that you'd previously bought, and you got to keep the money that you currently had at the time.
Keep them.
I got to open 34 packs. You got to open what, 50 something?
54. And get this, I got Deja Vu Jack's True Sight. Got 2 of them back to back.
I hate you.
2 of them. I was like,
I
wait,
hate you.
did I open this pack already? Did I not? I was like, oh no, this is a different
I
pack.
hate you so much.
Oh
I got a
my
card that I'm actually really liking. That's neutral. I got a Mercblood Devourer.
Ooh, I don't even know if I know that card.
When you summon a minion nearby, that minion gets +1/+1. He's a 1/2 for 3.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, he puts in some work in the neutral deck.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, the neutral deck. That's good, man. That's awesome. So yeah, there's some
Okay.
highlights. But
there's some highlights and stuff.
know.
Up next, they added a hurting mechanic.
Ouch.
So, yeah, pinches. It pinches you every time. If you don't have any cards left in your deck and you would draw a card, instead you take 2 damage. So they pinch you a little bit, and I feel like that's really gonna make the inevitable card draw. You need to balance it.
Exactly.
You can't just shoot through your deck.
It also helps, they added in to the UI how many cards you have left in your deck, which is a nice return, but also helps keep an eye on that. You're like, ooh, I gotta be a little more aggressive, or I'm going to start taking damage. So yeah, like you said, good addition to the balance to the card drawing mechanics they've introduced.
I am down with it. I was thinking this earlier. I kind of wonder if they're gonna add maybe some kind of mill mechanic. And start maybe having Abyssian work with their graveyard a bit.
Oh.
See, I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You can have that idea for free,
Ooh.
Duelyst developers.
Free 99.
Free $3.99.
Yep. There we go.
It's tax.
So I like that. I like that. Would be interesting. So speaking of ability changes, we've got another change to backstab.
Yes, backstab last week got nerfed. It universally considered a nerf.
Yeah.
You could only deal damage from the biggity back.
Yep. Which I was okay with. Backstab was scary
fine.
before. Now
But now they've brought it back to, I feel, an even playing field.
definitely still terrifying. Like I'm
Oh, no
more
doubt.
afraid
Like,
of it
I'm not-
now actually than I
I'm
was
not-
ever before.
So now backstab, they still need to be directly behind you, but they no longer do double damage. They do an additional X damage, and that's detailed in backstab X. Any card that previously had backstab still does the same amount of total damage. But now it just isn't doubled when you buff them.
Right. Makes sense.
And the piece de la resistance.
This is the best part.
They don't take strike back if they're doing backstab.
Can't touch this.
Cannot touch it. That is, I gotta say, Songhai's burst is gonna get. It's harder to burst, but it's more terrifying when it happens.
Yeah, because now you have to.
It feels more fair almost when you get just bum punched by Songhai.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. It kind of balances it out, right? But now it's almost they can instead of a big hit, it's kind of like a little knife just shivving you in the side over and over.
Like if they buff them, they punch you in the face with a hammer and then just stab you in the kidneys.
Yep, it's kidney stab for sure.
It's not as bad.
Tons of card changes.
So many card changes.
We're just going to highlight a few per faction.
We 100% do not have time to go over everything like we would like to.
But
But hey, I suggest this here. Just have this stuff scrolling across the screen.
we got it. Yeah, we'll have them show. You can check out the notes too. We got the link to that in the description. But I have a story to tell about the Abyssian card changes here. Just one card in particular.
Oh yes, you were telling me. Is it Wraithling Swarm?
Wraithling Swarm is so good now. This card is so good. So I think it was about turn 2. my opponent drops this card and then drops a straight line of Wraithlings and captures both mana cores at the top and bottom of the screen. And I was like, it was just a wall of Wraithlings. It made me so mad. And then, anyways, I got destroyed because they also had the Blood Moon Priestess who, summons one every time one gets killed.
She's so good.
And stacking that with the, I can't remember the minion's name. It's the one that deals 2 damage to the general every time a minion dies.
Yeah. Shadow Dancer.
Yeah, Shadow Dancer. It basically was that combo, and it just melted my face.
So good.
Wasn't a fan of it.
It is my favorite combo in Abyssian, let me just say.
I hate it.
And Dark Transformation's cost was lowered down to 4, which I feel makes it a lot more viable.
Yeah. The Horn of Forsaken's got a good buff. Now it's just damaging a minion. You get a...
I actually got a chance to play around with that.
Ooh.
And Horde of Forsaken is so good now.
Does it stack?
Yes.
Oh god, that is terrifying.
Yes.
Oh.
It's so good. We were talking earlier and we weren't sure if Horn of Forsaken actually stacked because it didn't previously.
Right.
It does.
Oh gosh.
It does, and it is so rad.
Okay, I'm gonna make him. I actually got some pretty good Abyssian cards. I might have to make a deck after this. All right. Yeah, and then they gave what's his spectral. What did I call him when we were talking about this? Relevance, spectral relevance. But he got buffed. He's fast and he hurts people.
Revenant, yeah, Revenant. Spectral relevance.
Yeah, spectral relevance. That's what I'm calling him from now on. Yeah, he got buffed. All right, on to Lionor. Let's see. They got some, I think, balance updates to their artifacts. His artifacts were kind of out of whack. And then they upped the cost for one of the basic cards.
Yeah, Lionor just got some pretty basic changes, and all in all, it feels really solid.
Yeah. They're still strong.
I'm really happy with the Tempest change.
Yeah.
Raising its cost by 1. Because that just... For 2 damage, you can actually kill a lot of minions.
Right, and having a 2-cost card was just insane.
It was too easy to just wipe whatever your enemy dumped out on their second turn.
Yeah. So yeah.
Magmar.
Boom.
Some pretty simple changes. Mostly stat changes, a couple rarity changes.
Yep.
All in all, this feels fine. Flash Reincarnation feels a lot better at that rarity.
Yes, I agree.
It at that rarity, it makes me feel like it's going to be there's going to be a better version of it.
Yes.
That maybe actually costs mana.
It might be the return of the original card, right? For 4 mana.
They could have been clearing up that slot.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, the thing that stands out to me the most here is the Earthwalker change to making him a 3/3 with Grow 1. So I guess he's always had Grow 1, but before he was a 4/2.
He had Grow 3 and he was at 1/1, wasn't he?
No, that's the other guy. They look very similar. This is the 4/2. The other one was a 2/4, I think. Anywho, but I like that he's been changed to a 3/3 instead of a 4/2. He just gives him a little more survivability to activate that Grow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
All right, neutral changes. Pretty basic stuff. Artifact hunters. It's all just stat changes. This doesn't really matter all too much.
Yep, stat changes. I mean, nerf to Dagger Kiri. I guess a nerf to Elemental Chaos, but he's still a strong card. So
yeah, he's still really good.
Keep him around. Songhai. God,
Songhai. We don't have enough time to talk about all of these changes, so we're just going to say 1. Songhai is very good.
Very good.
Backstab change applied to all of the Songhai cards because that's their mechanic.
Yep.
And Songhai got some cantrips. Mana Vortex, which is your next spell, costs 1 less. Draw a card.
Put 4 of them in your deck. Cheat the game.
Do it.
Put 4 of them in there.
Just run it.
Or 3. Whatever the game allows.
And then Mist Walking. Whenever you summon a minion from your action bar this turn, draw a card.
Oh my god.
Mind you, that is a spell.
No, wait, isn't that the artifact?
No, Mistwalking is a spell. Mask of Shadows is the artifact.
That's what it. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Saber Spine Seal can now be applied to your general too, which is just good.
More burst. More of what you love.
Songhai is very good, and Vitruvian got some controlled goodness. I would say.
My favorite.
Are you liking Vitruvian after the change?
I still love them, man. I do.
Biggest changes in Vitruvian, I feel, are Bone Swarm, Enslave, and Time Maelstrom and Inner Oasis.
I mean, a lot of these changes are fantastic. The biggest change I've noticed in my personal deck is Hexblade costing 4. Really kills some of the early combo of Blast Hexblade, because now I have to, stagger putting both of those artifacts on, unless I get to 6 core, which is later in the game, right? That's one of the big changes. I mean, granted, the other 2 strong spells, Enslave and Time Maelstrom, also got a little bit of a nerf, but they were too strong before. So
I feel like at this Enslave is good now.
Yeah,
Enslave is very good now. I was thinking about Time Maelstrom, and I know the last time we talked, I said I liked it at this new cost, but you don't get to do anything extra with your turn.
I know.
Except you get to attack again.
Right.
And that's good. Like, don't get me wrong. Getting that second bit of attacking is very, very good. But
it's a lot.
I don't know if it needs to cost 8.
So here's my. I was thinking about this, right? Before, I think it cost 7, and it was strong. But I'd like to see an interesting mechanic where it reverses time on your minions, right? And then make it cost 8 or 9. So basically, like, retract that damage that happens that turn. That way you've got maybe that's too strong, but
only to your minions?
Yeah, or it could be both. I don't know. It might be kind of interesting, right? You get to attack twice, so it's kind of like a finishing move card.
If it reverted time, I imagine that it would. I don't know. You're gonna have to explain that better, but I feel like it just undoes that entire turn.
Well,
So
maybe it just doesn't
really.
I don't know. I guess my thought was like you can have all your minions attack the general, and then all the time on minions is reset. So like basically they start off back where they were that turn, or something. I don't know. Maybe it's too complicated.
It's a little complicated.
But,
I think I understand what you're saying though, and it would have to reset your timer too.
Right.
But that could be cool.
But we'll see. I got this card. I forgot I picked this up, but I haven't put it in my deck yet. I'm still contemplating on it. But
play with it.
There's some good cards, some good changes here.
Very, very good card changes.
Basically, any card that allows you to play a minion for the same cost as the card now draws a card. So you're getting more cards faster, which is always good.
Yep.
That's
and they made some pretty awesome usability improvements, mainly in that you can finally access the chat in the queue when in-game.
Yay.
And you can mess with your settings while in-game. So, fantastic. Thank you, Counterplay. Thank you.
Yes, so good. Now I can chat and school people at the same time.
Yeah. All right. That's record time. That's as fast as we've ever done this.
That was record time. You are right.
I'm getting the hell out of here.
All right, Fork, thanks for joining me. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think of some of these changes. Do we miss an important one? Leave me a comment in the comment section below somewhere.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel because I'm plugging myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I thought you already left.
No, I'm back.
Go see Fork. Go see his tweets. Go see his YouTubes. All that good stuff. His stuff will be in the description as well. All right, guys.
Everybody.
Later.